What's good then, YouTube? Hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to another video here on our channel. Today, we are bringing you a 85 rated Adidas numbers up Dele Alli player review. And I'm looking forward to bringing you this one. And just let you know, the goal did go in. How beautiful was that pass, though, by the way? So Dele Alli, 85 rated. He comes with 73 pace, 83 shooting, 83 passing, 90 dribbling, 70 defending, and 80 physical. So a fairly well-rounded card, maybe apart from the pace and the defensive stats. He is coming in at about 30,000 coins on PlayStation and about 40,000 coins on Xbox. So not too expensive. Where did we play him, first of all? We played him at right centre mid in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Just try and get the best out of him, which I think is he can play that right centre mid, left centre mid role. I think he can play like a box-to-box CDM maybe next to someone a little bit more defensive minded. But that's kind of where we're going to look at have him. I don't really think he suits cam. He doesn't suit on the wing, doesn't suit striker or anything else like that. In terms of instructions, I had him on completely balanced. Let him do his own thing. I didn't change anything on that side of stuff. He does come with 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. He is 6'2" with high attacking work rates and medium defensive work rates. And he has a unique body type. His player traits are the outside of the foot trait, flair, and set piece specialist. If you do enjoy this video, ladies and gentlemen, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. So let's go ahead and talk about his pros and cons. First of all, by the way, he does also get the dribbling boost. That's where this Adidas numbers up, where they get their +5 at the end of December and at the end of March. That's where those boosts come in, and they're coming onto his dribbling and obviously the +1 overalls that they will get as well. Let's go into the pros and cons and talk about it. His pace, first of all, and chemistry style, because that's one thing that I didn't actually speak to you about. Chemistry style is an interesting one. A lot of people will probably go ahead and run a shadow or a hunter, but I think it does depend on what you want from him, to be honest with you, and where you're playing him. Because of the stats, obviously, with a little bit of the lack of the pace department, most people probably will go for a shadow, if I'm being completely honest with you. I can't remember what we ran on him, but I will have a look for you in just a second. So let's go ahead and talk about his pace. Anyway, with 73 pace, that is made up of 72 acceleration and 73 sprint speed. He's certainly not quick. The most similar sort of player I can tell you who he felt like in terms of, you know, ability to carry the ball, run, cover the passing lane is Pogba. That's the sort of pace and a sort of player, you know, pace that he had on him, really, and that's the comparison. That's what he felt like. So he wasn't quick and he wasn't slow, really. I think if you put that shadow on him, you will obviously go ahead and increase that pace massively and take it into 82 and 83, which is certainly a lot more usable should you wish to do that, but it is completely personal preference. So not slow but not quick, just kind of in the middle. It was good enough for the centre mid role in a 3-man midfield for me. Anyway, moving on to his shooting. How was his shooting? Well, he has 83 shooting, which is made up of 87 positioning, 85 finishing, 83 shot power, 79 long shots, 84 volleys, 85 penalties, and the composure, which is a big thing here, which comes obviously into account when we're looking at shooting. The 93 composure, which is phenomenal. Long shots, he's not a threat from range. So if you're thinking, oh, I want to run Kante and I want to run Dele Alli and I want to have the ability to look for a long range shot, he doesn't really offer you that. The finesse shot just quite wasn't there. The long range power shots just quite weren't there. Inside the 18-yard box, though, with the 83 shot power, he certainly has the ability to test the goalkeeper. The finishing is at 85, which is good enough as well with the 83 shot power. So he will, you know, find the back of the net quite frequently if you do get into those sort of positions with him. So his shooting wasn't like a massive pro and it wasn't a massive con. It kind of mediocre on that side of things. I think he's very similar to Pogba, to be honest, in getting into that 18-yard box and putting the ball in the back of the net. 83 passing. Now, this is made up of 87 short passing, 85 long passing, 82 curve and 87 vision, which is very, very solid for a centre mid. Like, to be honest, again, it does depend on the chemistry style that you are running. I'm just going to have a quick look because I can't remember what chemistry style. We put an engine on him. There you are. We put an engine on him. Sorry, I couldn't remember. So I had to go and double check that for us. We put an engine chemistry style onto him, which is obviously going to make him a little bit more nimble on the ball with that agility and balance. But that takes his short passing to 92 and his long passing to 90 and 92 curve with 92 vision. Those are like Kevin De Bruyne sort of feels of passes. He can ping the ball from almost anywhere. And you saw a phenomenal pass at the start. And I got surprised by so much with how good he was at distributing that ball and getting it to where we want. So that was a massive, massive pro for me. His passing on the face value doesn't look great, but that's because his free kick accuracy is low. It brings that passing stat down. Moving on to the dribbling. How was his dribbling? Well, he's already got pretty juiced dribbling stats as it is, but you take his agility to 88 with an engine and 82 balance. He has 92 ball control and 99 dribbling overall with 88 reactions and 93 composure. He felt good on the ball. He could trap the ball down. He could take the touch. He could, if a driven pass comes into him, he was very comfortable. He has the ability to shield, and kind of shield that ball quite well and just turn and go. Yes, he is a little bit tall, which means that he doesn't turn maybe as nimble as someone a little bit smaller, but he's got the ability to dribble past a man, and you can't really complain with what you've got there in the middle of the park. I think if you were after someone more nimble and whatnot, you'd be looking at like a Verratti. In terms of strong in the middle of the park with, that sort of presence, he's absolutely fine and very good in that dribbling department. His physical stats do come in with 76 jumping, 85 stamina, 80 strength, and 75 aggression. If that aggression, was a little bit higher, I think you'd have a more fierce centre defensive mid, someone that's willing to get in and put a tackle in a little bit more and get to cover that passing lane and be there. I just felt like because that aggression was a little bit low, sometimes he just quite didn't fight for it when we needed him to be in the right sort of position. 85 stamina though and 80 strength, as I said, with the height that he's got and with kind of that ability to shield the ball, 88 agility, 82 balance, something extra that gives you more on that side of things. Now, his defensive stats obviously are a con, purely because he has 65 interceptions, 69 defensive awareness, 70 stand tackle, and 65 slide tackle. Because I wasn't playing him in centre defensive mid next to someone else, I didn't really need the defensive stats. I was happy with the kind of defenders that I had in the middle. I just wanted to see him as he was, so I didn't put a shadow on him, right? Which is why we went for the engine instead, to increase kind of what we spoke about already. But if you put a shadow on him, you do take his defensive stats into an okay territory. 80 stand tackle, 80 slide tackle, 75 interceptions. Not incredible, but certainly kind of okay. Again, remind you that he's 6'2", right? He does intercept stuff just because his legs are what his legs. If you're in the right position at the right time, occasionally he will get there. Obviously, with low interceptions, it does also play a part as well. So those are the pros and cons. Let's go ahead and talk to you about the team links. How do we get him into the team? Well, he's a great person to be able to link to Son. And obviously Son, we've now got the regular card. You can link him in with Ali. He's English and in the Premier League. He's not hard to link into your team. He's absolutely fine. He's very easy to get in, for most people, to be fair. In terms of the longevity, how long do I think this card can last? I think the biggest weakness about this card is purely the pace, really. And maybe the lack of defensive stats. Is he good enough to play in a two-man midfield? I don't know. I would say so, yes, for me personally, because he reminds me very much of Pogba. But I think that pace is what will put most people off. Don't be surprised by it, though, because he's good on the ball and because he's got the ability to, to carry the ball and whatnot. He does feel a little bit quicker than maybe what he made look on that face value of the card. Enjoyment of card. How much did I enjoy him? For the price, a lot. He outperformed what I expected from him, if I'm honest with you. I didn't expect him to be anywhere near as good as he was. His vision, his passing, his presence on the pitch, the right place, the right time, the work rates, the high medium, getting forward and getting involved. He really helped me, take that game to the next level with that. When I compare him to Pogba, who I think is a very similar sort of player in the position that we're at, he just performed better than Pogba, if I'm honest with you. So that enjoyment of card really went up purely because of that, sort of difference on there for us. Moving on to the suitable level, do I think he can be used at all levels? I do, in a sense, think he can be, actually. I think he can be used in the elite division because of that Pogba. That's where I'm going to be using him, and I think he can stay in that sort of team. You won't see him in competitive players teams, obviously, but if you're in Division 6, Division 3, Division 2, Division 1, he's absolutely fine. He will do a job for you on that side of stuff. In terms of my overall rating, what would I give him? I think for the price and the funness of the card and what he brings to the table, I think he's very well priced. I think he's absolutely fine on that side of things. I'd probably give him a solid 8 out of 10. The only reason why I can't give him any more is because he doesn't have those out-and-out pace stats, and the defensive stats do lack a little bit as well, even though that's not his job. I think you guys should try him. If you're thinking about using him, if you've used Pogba and you weren't too keen on Pogba, maybe because of the clunkiness that Pogba offers, pick up Dele Alli and see if you find him a little bit more nimble and better on the ball. Now, he's not as quick, but he does offer better shooting, very similar sort of passing. He's much better on the ball than Pogba, and obviously a little bit less on the physical stats. But honestly, a great card for the price that he is. One that I think a lot of people are just going to, no, he's not quick enough, I'm not going to use him. But in terms of using like KDB in the middle as a box-to-box, Dele Alli is certainly someone that you could possibly look at on that cheaper end of the scale. That is my review on him. He's going to stay in my team for the next few days as I carry on testing him out and using him in division rivals and so on. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. A reminder, if you did, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We're closing in on 150,000 subscribers, so your support is greatly appreciated. I will catch all of you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.